This is Velocity Tuning. My name's Tommy, and if you haven't seen me for a while, I went bald. My hair got thin on top and I had to shave it off. Anyway, it's been a little while since I've done any videos, especially for the F90 M5, and unfortunately, this is probably the most boring one that I've ever done, but it could potentially save your engine. So, 20% of cars that are coming into the workshop at the moment, we keep finding the same problem again and again and again, to the point where we're actually having to keep parts on the shelf just to fix them before we're tuning them. And that problem is leaking expansion tanks. So many of them are leaking either before or after they come into us. My own car, for example, I had the tank replaced under warranty. When I bought the car, it was already leaking. And I'd say just before Christmas, we had 2 cars in a day, and both of them had the expansion tanks leaking. So it's a real crazy problem at the moment. And it's not just a problem if you're losing a bit of coolant. The problem is what's actually underneath that expansion tank. The tank is actually mounted on top of the engine, and underneath it, you've got your coils and plugs and your injectors. So sometimes people are getting a misfire because the plugs have got soaked, and sometimes the injectors are getting shorted out and people are actually needing replacement engines. Luckily, none of my customers have had that severe of an issue so far, but it is something that I've seen happening on the forums. So what is the problem with the tank and why is this happening? Well, I've got a broken one right here. Now, there is still a little bit of fluid on it, so I might walk away looking like I've wet myself because it seems to just keep pouring out. But anyway, it's 2 bits of plastic bonded together along this edge, and this edge keeps weeping, it keeps going. I don't know if it's because of the hot and cold weather or if it just wasn't bonded properly, but it seems to be a design flaw that just keeps occurring again and again and again. So this is something that you want to keep an eye on. I'd say if you're popping open that engine bay or the bonnet, sorry, to have a look in the engine bay, check this out. Make sure that it's not looking white and crusty around the edges. If it is, get it replaced. Now, BMW have issued a new part. There's a revised part number. It's only been out about a month or 2, so pretty much all of us are still going around on the older part number that's got the issues. I would say that it's something that's definitely worth checking, because if you don't and you do have a leak, it could be real expensive for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look under my own engine bay, and I'm just going to point out where it is on the actual car and show you what you're looking for if it was to be leaking. So here we are, underneath the bonnet of my F90 M5. Now, it's not that hard to spot, but I will still go through it with you guys anyway. The expansion tank's just up here. So get the engine cover, lift it out of the way, so you can get a good look on it. And what you want to do is just have a look around this edge where the 2 bits bond together. Go around the whole edge, make sure that there's no residue of coolant going around there. Also have a look underneath it, because if there is, it's likely to be contaminating those injectors and coils, and it could result in a misfire or even worse. If you see a little bit around here, it could have just been overfilled, so clean it up and then check it again. If there's no more there, then you know you're good. But that is probably the most common F90 problem that we are seeing at the moment, and hopefully the new part number sort of sorts this out for us. But that's today's video done. If there's anything else that you're struggling with these cars or you want to know about, please let me know and I'll try to cover it.